welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook, joined here with our senior draft analyst, Chris James. And Chris, now that the 2014 NFL Draft is complete, what do you have on tap for the fans this video?
Well, I'm going to cover the Atlanta Falcons, see what they did to help the team get back to playoff supremacy, give their pluses, minuses, as well as a final draft grade for the 2014 draft.
So let's just jump right into this video to see how well the Falcons did this past May.
The Atlanta Falcons were up in the draft, and the Atlanta Falcons had quite a few picks to improve a roster that really wasn't that far off from being a good one. They made the 2012 playoffs, and 2013 injury concerns really were the reason that they did not come through to be a productive force. With 9 picks in this draft, I think that they could go out and improve. Things that I liked in this draft. I like the fact that with the first 2 picks, they went with 2 of the best players at interior line, offensive and defensive line positions. Getting a guy like Jake Matthews in there will really bolster that offensive line and give Matt Ryan someone to protect his blind side. Rasheed Hegman will be a guy who's a penetration force on the front line, playing the one technique. Not actually an area of need as much as an area to be improved. Things that I did not like that they did. I did not like the Desmond Southworth pick. I think there were better options on the board at that point in time with guys like Ed Reynolds. You had a guy like Terrence Brooks out of Florida State. Really thought that they could do something with the tight end position instead here of going with the safety position. Also did not like that they tried to backfill the linebacker position, but they went with misses, in my opinion. Guys who were more athletic than they were actually productive at their level of college. Here's some guys from the free agent pool who can actually make the roster. Jeff Matthews is probably an upgrade to any quarterback they have on the roster. Yes, I do like the addition they had last year in Sean Renfrey, but I think that Jeff Matthews, who was my 3rd-ranked quarterback, would be a great fit behind a guy like Matt Ryan. Also looking at a guy like Roosevelt Nix, who is pretty much a Swiss Army knife in this Atlanta Falcons offense/defense. They might use him at fullback. He can play defensive tackle. He can also play linebacker on the interior as well. So he's going to have to transition and figure out a place to be, but I think that he's a heck of a football player. Bernard Reedy's another guy who I think has a chance to make a roster. I know that they have a guy who can return kicks in Devin Hester, but you never know. You can always use a guy who can do multiple things for you. And 2 other guys who I think have a real good chance to make the roster. Nosa Igwe out of Auburn, a defensive end who's an active body. They can use that up front. And finally, the last guy who I think could make the roster is James Stone, a center out of Tennessee. One of my top-ranked centers. I had him going as a 5th-round pick this past mock draft. And they get a real steal getting him into the organization. My final grade on the Atlanta Falcons is a B+. I think that with what they did in the free agent pool, it really bolstered their 2014 draft campaign.
And don't forget to check out Chris's show every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time at blogtalkradio.com/footballgameplan as he hosts Football Game Plan's Draft Prospect Analysis Show.